If you have sine AX cos BX, that is when you have sine A and sine B multiply sine and cosine multiplying each other, and you are to integrate. This is what you substitute for it. You are going to say half in bracket open sine A minus B bracket close, then X plus sine A plus B bracket close X, then the total bracket will be closed. What is this one is telling us is that the coefficient of X in sine, then the coefficient of X in cosine, you subtract them from each other, then the second one you add them together. So the first coefficient will always be your A, while the second coefficient is always be your B. Okay, as we have it on the screen. The same thing with the second one when we have sine AX, sine BX. That is when sine AX and sine BX multiplying each other. When both sine and both of them, they are sines and they are multiplying each other. What you simply need to do, we are going to have half in bracket cos A minus B. A minus B are the coefficient of the X. Then minus cos A plus B. Okay, then you close the bracket. Then when we have it as cosine and cosine, two cosines multiplying each other, this is what you apply. So you have to take note of this hint. This is what we are going to make use of when we are dealing with equation of product of sine and cosine. Like this example we have on the board, the question says evaluate sine 7x, that is, we integrate sine 7x, then cos 3x dx. Just like the way we have it here. So what we simply need to do, we can see that we have recall. The recall we have there is, you see that we have sine and cosine multiplying each other. Sine 7x cos 3x multiplying each other, sine 7x and cos 3x. So the appropriate identity we are going to use there, just like the way we have it, which says, when we recall that sine AX cos BX is equals to, we have 1 all over 2, then bracket open, we have sine bracket A minus B X, then we have what? Plus sine A plus B X, then bracket close. This is what we have there. So this is what we are using. Sorry, when we have it as sine and sine, we have both of them, they are cos, not sine. Cos, and here is also cos. Okay, then here we have it to be minus. This is what we have. So when we have this similar one now to this, we are going to apply it here, which says when we integrate this now, sine 7x cos 3x dx, we are going to have it as 1 all over 2, then bracket open. We are going to have cos bracket. We have cos bracket. This 7, our A is equals to 7, then our B is equals to 3. So instead of writing A minus B, what we are writing is 7 minus 3. So it's going to be 7 minus 3 x. Then minus cos bracket 7 plus 3 x. Then we close the brackets. Then thereafter, we are going to have, when we integrate, it's going to be 1 all over 2, bracket open, that is cos 4x, then minus cos 10x. Then we have it to be dx. Sorry, there is a dx here. We have it to be what? Dx. So the meaning of this is that we are going to use this dx and this integral symbol for this and for this. Then this half, remember I told you when we are dealing with integration, the figure must be outside. So you bring it out like this, 1 all over 2. So we have it in this form. You integrate cos 4x minus, you integrate cos 4x dx minus cos 10x dx. What method, which type of integration are we going to use here to integrate this cos 4x? Who can tell us? Who can tell us how do we integrate cos 4x? Which type of integration are we going to use? Yes. Which type of integration are we going to use? Which method? Yes, if you know erase up. I don't know how. If you know it, raise up your hands. How do we integrate cos 4x? So nobody. Wonderful. So nobody can integrate. If in the assignment I just say integrate cos 4x, so you will tell me that you don't know how to integrate cos 4x? So how do we integrate this? We are going to use what is called function of a function. Some of you got it. We are going to use function of a function. Then if you are using function of a function, what you basically do is this. Let me just recall it for you. If you are integrating, let's say cos 4x dx. Now look at it on the board. What you simply do, you now say u is equals to 4x. Because this is cos 4x, it's not cos x. It is when you have it as cos x, you can easily integrate cos x, which will give us sine x. But for the fact that there is 4 as coefficient of x, so you can integrate it directly. Somebody said it's going to give us sine 4x. It won't give us sine 4x. So when you have the x, you're having coefficient, you use function of a function. That is by representing 4x as u. Then you will now differentiate u with respect to x, which will give us du dx, which will give us 4. Then you make the x subject of the formula. By the time you make the x subject of the formula, you will have the x is equals to du all over 4. That is what we are going to have. So in this case now, instead of writing cos 4x dx, you are going to write cos u. Then our dx is going to be u over 4. When you integrate this now, by the time you integrate cos u, it will give us sine u. Sine u. Then dot du. Then, this du is no longer there, all over what? 4. So which means it's going to be 1 all over 4 sine 4x. So this is what we are going to have. By the time we integrate cos 4x, if we integrate cos 4x, it will give us 1 all over 4 sine 4x. Okay? So by the time we integrate it now, this is what we are going to have. We will have 1 all over 4 sine 4x. Then minus. Similarly, by the time we integrate cos 10x, cos 10x will give us 1 all over 10 sine 10x. Then bracket close. We have it as a plus c or constant. You put your plus c here, Then we will now use what we have there to multiply what you have inside the bracket, which will now give us something like this. When you use this to multiply this, what do we have? Or you can leave your answer like this too. Also the same thing. Or you put your plus c inside the bracket. So you have successfully integrated it. Move this camera. So any question on this? So that is how to integrate. That is how to integrate this. Okay? That's how to integrate when you have it as product of sine and cosine. By the time you have it as product of sine and cosine, use your 7 as your A. The first letter, the first figure is A, the second figure is B. Then you substitute the appropriate identity here, which is what? Half bracket cos A minus B x minus cos A plus B bracket x. So by the time you integrate it now, you subtract it from this, you have this. You add both of them together, you have 10x. Then when you now integrate cos 4x, it will give us 1 all over 4 sine 4x minus, by the time you integrate this, you have 1 over 10 sine 10x plus c. This is what you have. Any questions so far? If you have question, raise up your hands. If you have question, raise up your hands. I have question, raise up your hands. Ododa. Ododa Michael. Turn your camera now. We can't see you. So any question before we go to the next example? So we can go to the next example now. The second question says you are to evaluate, you integrate pi over 2, 0 from upper limit to lower limit. That is cos 4x sine 2x, then the x. Why to integrate this? Then the cos of this. When you see question like this, now I need your full attention here. When you see something like this is called definite integration. What I mean by definite integration is that your answer must be in figure. It will be at a definite figure. The ones who have been solving from the beginning of this till the last example, to the previous example, those ones are called indefinite integration. But when you say anything like this from upper limit to lower limit, it is called definite integration. What this one is simply telling us is that after your final integration, after integrating it completely, you will now substitute this one to upper limit while you substitute 0 to the lower limit. That's why they call it definite integration. We are going to do thorough definite integration after this week. That's what we are going to do. Okay, but I'm just giving you a kind of pre-information before the time. So when you see something like this, anywhere you come across something like this, where you have upper limit and lower limit, that is definite integration. Then what is the appropriate recall do we use here is on our screen. Since we have sine A, we have cos sine, then we have sine cos. We substitute sine that we have on the screen. Because what we have there is either you have it as cos as sine bx, or we have it as sine as cos bx. You use the same thing. Either cos is coming first or sine is coming first. You have to use this one we have on the board. Okay? Any question on that? So you don't need to look, oh, this one we have cos coming first here, but what we have on the screen is sine that is coming first. No. As long as sine and cosine are multiplying each other, what you need to do, since it is cosine and sine, or sine or cosine, this is what you have to use on the screen. Okay? So in this aspect, we are going to substitute the appropriate. Now, our A here, our A is 4. Then our B is 2. That is what we are going to use. Because the first figure should be our A, the first coefficient of x should be our A, while the second coefficient will be our B. So if you are doing that now, we are going to substitute as this. 1 all over 2, then bracket. We have sine bracket A minus B, x. Then we have what? Plus. Then we have sine A plus B, bracket, then bracket closed. Then we are to integrate it now. So if we are to integrate this now, this is what we are going to have. Yes, already catching. Which one? Definite integration.
Yes.
That when do we use definite integration? Is that what you are asking? That
Yes.
is, when do we do definite integration now? Definite integral. Is that your question?
Yes, sir.
I said when you have it as upper and lower limit, when you see integration where they give you particular value here and they will give you another value at the lower limit here, that is called definite integration. Then in that case, after your final integration, you will substitute them. Then we are going to see them here. Okay? So our A is 4, then our B is 2. So what we need to do is going to be 4 minus 2 bracket x plus sine bracket 4 plus 2 x. Then you close it. We have it to be the x. We can write the dx at the back here, the x. Then we can now further express it as 1 all over 2. We have something like this. This one now will definitely give us sine 2x dx plus sine 6x. Then we have it to be what? Dx. This is what we have. Then bracket close. Any question to this point? I am confused. Raise up your hands. I am confused. Raise up your hands. Any question to this aspect? Any question to this aspect? Any question to this point? Okay, if there is no question, we now have 1 all over 2. Then let us, if we integrate sine 2x, what will it give us? Who can tell us? I've done similar one for you people in the previous example where we are asked to integrate cos 4x. If you are integrating sine 2x, what will it give us? Anybody? If you know, raise up your hand. Integrate sine 2x. What will it give us?
1 over 2 minus cos
1
x.
over 2
1 over 2 minus cos 2x.
Minus cos 2x. Thank you. But this minus will not be here. You bring this minus at the front of this 1 over 2. Okay? Then plus, if we integrate this, it will equally give us minus 1 all over 6, then cos 6x. Then this plus now we multiply this minus. Everything here will become minus. Okay, then we have it to be probably C. Then this is from upper limit to lower limit. That is the essence of this sign. From upper limit to lower limit. What's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that anywhere you see x, you substitute this there. Wherever you see x, you substitute this. But before we can, anywhere you see x, you substitute this. So what do we do here? It means we are going to have what? We can use this half here to multiply what we have here, what we have here. If you use this one to multiply what we have here, we are going to have minus 1 all over 4 cos 2x minus, by the time you use this to multiply this, what do we have? By the time we use this to multiply this, what do we have? We are going to have minus 1 all over 12, then cos 6x. Then this one is also, but at the same time, we can leave it like this. Don't worry. We can see that there's something common. We don't need to expand it. Something is common here and is common here. Who can tell us? What is common here and common here? What is common in this expression? Minus half cos 2x, then minus 1 over 6 cos 6x. Yes? Anybody? Yes?
Minus.
Minus is common, right?
Yes, sir.
Then
X.
the part of half, the half is also common. So by the time you bring minus half out, here is going to be minus 1 all over 4. Then we have this, that is cos 2x. Okay? And at the same time, we can use this half to multiply what we have there. So I don't need to do that so that many of you will not get confused. Let us use this half to multiply this. We have minus 1 all over 4 cos 2x minus 1 all over 12 cos 6x. Then this half, now we use this to multiply this. It will give us plus c over 2. This is what will give us. Then upper limit to lower limit. That's the essence of this. So anywhere you see x, what you simply substitute there, you substitute pi over 2. So let us substitute pi over 2 here. By the time we substitute pi over 2, we are going to achieve this. We are going to achieve this minus 1 all over 4 cos 2 bracket pi all over 2. This is what we are going to achieve. This one is 2. Take note. That is 2 pi over 2. We have pi all over 2 minus 1 all over 12 cos what we simply have is 6 bracket pi all over 2. Then this one too, we have it to be plus c over half. Then minus, as we have substituted this pi in the place of x, we are going to substitute 0 in the place of x too. Then whatever you get here, you subtract it from what we have here. So when you minus it now, we are minusing it now, it's going to give us 1 all over 4, which is minus cos 2 bracket 0 minus 1 all over 12 cos 6 bracket 0 plus c over what? 2. So that is what you are going to have. So in this case now, we are going to further it. Okay, let me clean the top side. Maybe they will be, so that they will be able to see it. Okay. So this one now, these two, we cancel these two. These two, we cancel these two. We are going to have minus 1 all over 4 cos pi. Then minus 1 all over 12. Then this is cos, this will cancel this. That is cos 3 pi. Then plus c over half, c over 2. Then minus this particular one that we substituted 0. That is minus 1 all over 4. Cos 2 times 0 will give us cos 2 0. I mean cos 0. Then minus 1 all over 12. This will give us cos 0 again. Cos 0 plus c over 2. So that is what is called definite integral. By the time, what is pi? Who can remind us? Irradiant. What is pi? Pi stands for what? Anybody? What is pi? What's the meaning of pi? Yes, who can tell us? What's the meaning of pi? Pi is what? What does pi represent in mathematics? I'm not talking of 22 over 7 as in angle. What is pi? Thank you. The pi represents 180 degrees. The pi represents 180 degrees. So when you have pi, anywhere you have pi now, it means you are going to replace that pi with 180. So which means what we have here that is giving us, what we have there that we have minus bracket minus 1 all over 4 is going to be cos 180 instead of pi. Minus 1 all over 12 cos, that is 3 times 180. What will it give us? Anybody? 3 times 180. What will it give us? 3 times 180.
Sir. Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Please, when you wrote minus 1 over 4, it's not meant to be minus 1 over 4.
Minus what? Is it meant to be what?
Like after you finish writing minus 1 over 4 at the last
Where?
that last line.
The last line. I wrote minus. Then.
No, it's minus 1 over 4 again, because there's a minus before 1 over
The
4.
minus is there. Look at it. There's a minus there.
Oh, no, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, it's minus. Minus is there. Okay, so what is 3 times 180? What is 3 times 180?
540.
540. So here is going to be cos 540. Okay, then bracket closed minus, we have minus 1 all over 4. What is cos 0? Cos 0 will give us what? Cos 0 will give us what? What will cos 0 give us? Press your calculator now. Cos 0 to give us what? What will cos 0 give us? Yes, press your calculator. 5 minutes. 5 minutes off for network. Look at. Cos 0 will give us 1. Cos 0 is 1. Then we have minus 1 all over 12. Cos 0 will also give us 1. Then plus, sorry, this is plus c over 2, c over 2. So by the time we evaluate this now, then cos 180. Cos 180 will give us minus 1. Check it out. Cos 180 will give us minus 1. So the minus 1, we multiply this minus here. We are going to have what? The minus, we multiply minus, we are going to have 1 over 4 minus. Then what, our cos 540, what will it give us? Cos 540 is what? Cos 540 is what? Yes, anybody? Press your calculator. Cos 540 is what? Minus 1. That minus 1 times this, we are going to have 1 over 12. Then plus c over 12 over 2. Then minus, this one will give us minus 1 all over 4 minus 1 all over 12 plus c over 2. So if you open this bracket now, this is what you are going to have. If we open this bracket, we are going to have 1 all over 4 plus 1 all over 12 plus c over 2. Then minus times minus will give us 1 over 4. Then this one will give us plus 1 over 12. Then will give us minus c over 2. You can see that this c over 2 will cancel c over 2. Okay? So by the time we add everything together, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 12 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 12. The LCM is what? What's the LCM? The LCM will give us 12. Then 4 in 12, you have 3. This is 1. This is 3. This is 1. When you add everything together, this is 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1. We are going to have 8 over 12. So when you now break it further, by the time you break it further, we have 4 here 2, 4 here 3. That is the answer. You can see now that when I said definite integral, you will discover that you must arrive at a particular figure in definite integration. So anywhere you see upper and lower limit, this is how you solve it. After the final integration, you will now substitute the value of upper limit, then you keep it somewhere. You substitute the value of lower limit, you keep it somewhere, then you subtract them from each other. So any question on this? Any question on this?
Thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for coming to our channel. Do make sure you click on the subscribe button to possible loaded videos. See you. Thank you.